wing it, right? Let's
What did
get
you
it.
What'd you say?
No, no, no. I said, let's get it. Me and you.
Oh my God, I've had something in my eye all day and it's driving me crazy. My screen right now is the Savannah Cats. I don't know
No
why it
way.
just popped up. Yeah, yeah.
That's so funny. It's so crazy because I swear the algorithm like of the phone, how it like catches on to things is so off
Crazy.
the chain. Like as soon as we started talking about that, if I opened up my TikTok, it was the cats.
It's so like scary. Like they know everything we do.
Well,
And
I think it's because honestly, when I see it when you download an app, you can hit like you allow it. You hit a button when you
press a
download the
line.
app.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're doing it.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
yeah, man, we're
all right,
back
welcome
though.
back. Welcome back. This week, hey, we're doing good with the podcast. We're not missing any this month. No matter what, we're gonna change up the day. So like this week, we had to change it to Wednesday instead of Tuesdays, our regular time. But for now on, we're gonna try not to miss any days now that the holidays are over. Um, but yeah, this today the topic is we have a bunch of topics, but the first topic's going to be meal timing, which is so crazy because this happens often too. Is I put something like in the topics about what the or in the docs about what the podcast topics are going to be about, and then like clients ask me that same day about like what's going to be on the podcast. And today I talked to two different clients. I said at the end of every one of my calls, I say, "Do you guys have any questions for me?" And two people today said something about meal timing, and I was like, "You need to listen to the podcast tonight."
Yeah.
Um, which is crazy. It's just funny to me because it keeps happening.
It's not the first time. It's not the first time we planned, a topic and that same day or that whenever we have a check-in, that's like one of the main things everyone has a question about, especially when it was the holidays. Obviously, that was a hot topic, but there's been other topics where like we're it's just random, and then we'll have people ask about it that week, so it's perfect. And no, a lot more people are tuning in and listening, so it's great to see that. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
glad.
Yeah, it's good. It's good that like people are asking those questions and then we have these podcasts that they could refer to. So in the future, if you guys are listening and people have questions about like for example today meal time, you just have them check out the podcast. But yeah, today is meal timing. What do you think about meal timing, Brando? How do you now there's a bunch of like skepticism, I guess I'll say, about meal timing and like if it's true or not. Like for example, that metabolic window post workout. There's so much yes, it's true, no, it's not behind that. What do you think?
For me personally, I think it's a super important factor in maintaining like an appetite, because I found not only with myself but a lot with my clients, like if you can stay on a consist, sometimes things are going to happen, and time's going to get shifted. You may not be able to get a meal at the exact time, but if you can stay within a good time frame, that appetite, you're not going to have those cues like of hunger, and then they go away, you miss a meal, and then it's really hard to catch up when you're behind. If you know that, if you fall behind on a meal, it's super hard to catch up for that day. Not only that, but it messes up kind of your hunger cues. So for me personally, I think it's super important to identify when you're hungry versus when you need to eat, because not all the time are you super hungry, but it's time for you to eat. I promise you, once you start eating and you get that meal in, you feel a lot better. And not only that, shortly after you're kind of hungry again,
Yeah, yeah.
but if you wait and you don't eat at that time, within that time frame, I find that it's hard to catch up on those meals. So I think it's important. I think it's very important.
So there, I agree with you completely. Like the timing's definitely it's huge in my opinion. Um, but this metabolic window, there's like they say there's a metabolic window where you need to have something after your strength training between like 30 to what is it, 30 to 50 minutes, I believe it is. And they call it the anabolic window. And a lot of people don't believe in it. There's been a lot of studies too, scientific like studies. And some of the studies are showing that it doesn't matter when you get your meals in, as long as you're hitting your macros, which to me, I think that sounds, I don't know. I don't like the sound of it. I think every 2 to 2.5 hours you should be eating a meal during the day. Um, that metabolic window, that come on, I mean, there's science behind protein synthesis when you're breaking down muscle fibers, right? And you're giving your body protein. There's science behind it the most protein synthesis happens when the muscle fibers are broken down. So obviously that window, I don't think, and then it brings me to the point where it's like, okay, maybe 30 to 15 minutes. It doesn't matter how long you wait until that food because you're still giving your body that protein. But when it comes to carbs, the glucose, right? So if you were to do your glucose before you go and strength train, you would notice that it's higher because you had your food throughout the day. But after your strength training and your cardio, let's say, later on in the day, if you were to do your glucose, you would see that it doesn't drop. It definitely drops right after your strength training. That's because you used most of your glucose. So you want to fill those glycogen storages, especially when the tissue is broken down. So protein synthesis when the muscle fibers are broken down, and to fill up those glycogen storages. So in my opinion, I think it's huge to get that meal within 40 to 50 minutes after your workout.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry, I've been a little bit stuffed up today. Everybody, listen, if you can't tell, I just have my allergies are going crazy. I got a new puppy, so it's just a little bit crazy for me. But um, no. So what I was gonna say is I couldn't agree more, and that's always been the answer to me is like why not? Like usually after the gym, something is accessible. If not a meal, you can bring a protein shake and have a protein shake. So it's always been something. And after a workout, 99% of the time, you need to fuel yourself. Like you're hungry. You know what I mean? Like you don't finish a workout and you're just like not feeling hungry, especially if you worked hard.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's been always something that I follow. But like you, I've heard both sides of things, and I know that if that's a big question in the community. But my answer to that is why not just get your protein in after the gym. If it's super accessible, get in a meal, get in a protein shake, whatever you need to. But yeah, I'm with you. I couldn't agree more. So
And to be honest, like with these podcasts, if anybody is watching and you disagree with our researches and like our studies that we've been going through, please put it in the comments if you're watching it on YouTube or if you follow us on social media, because we would love some feedback too. Um, because when like for this the next thing, the protein synthesis, they say there's another study that says like your body can only absorb like, I want to say it's between 30 and 40 grams of protein per every 2 hours. See, this is where I could be wrong. So if
this
anybody,
would be great. This would be great for Caleb
Caleb,
to be listening. And,
yeah,
he would have this answer.
he said he'll be on in like 5 to 10 minutes. So we'll see.
No, but you have it. I know you're definitely in the range. I'm just not sure if that's the exact right number, but for sure you're in the range.
These are the studies, and I don't believe it. Like I don't believe in the whole 30 grams to 40 grams or whatever the hell the study is. I believe you could take in a decent amount of protein. You could probably go above like 50 grams of your body weight and still be good. People say that if you go over on protein, it could turn into fat. I don't believe in that either. I think it all goes into branched chain amino acids. Um, but we talked about this in the past as well. So that whole 30 grams, so that's why they say every 2.5 hours you want a meal, but I don't believe in that.
No, I was gonna say I know you're kind of on the edge with the meal timing because I can tell like you're just like as long as you get the meals in you're
Get them the
good.
fuck
But
in.
my hope I agree with you. I'm not saying that like everyone's schedule is a little different. So if that's how you operate and that's how you got to get the meals in, get it in that way. But most people for their appetite, it's better to stay on a consistent. That's just to make sure you're checking off the list because you
Consistency. Yeah.
people yeah, some people can fall behind if you're not used to eating that much food and you miss a meal, then it's super hard to catch up, or you're going to be staying up late to make sure you can fit that extra meal in. But that's all, that's that it's all person to person. You know that, Robbie. You know
Exactly.
what I
And
mean?
You're absolutely right. And then like vice versa to what you just said, staying up late to get that meal. For some people, what if you're hungry at night? Like what if you wake up early? Like the opposite. You wake up really early, like my client today, Tom. You wake up really early and then at night you have your last meal around like let's say 7:30-ish. Because you have five meals on your plan. What do you do until bed if you're hungry? You know what I mean? That's when you take that protein that the protein into like consideration. Have more protein. Have a yogurt with some blueberries if you want. You know, that's very easily digested. So maybe like
Great
some
advice.
would you cream of rice? Did you just say that?
No, no, I said great advice. Great
Oh,
advice.
I was just gonna say cream of rice, and you said
Yeah,
great.
no, yeah.
Like,
It's funny. It's funny. I could have taken credit for that, but I was like, no, no, no. I got to. I got to keep it
yeah,
real.
cream of rice is also really easily digestible. But oh, there's Caleb. Oh, perfect. Let's go back to this. Let's ask him
Yeah,
if
dude, this is a great question for Caleb to pop in on.
let's see. Hey,
What's up, boys?
are you at work?
My man.
Yeah, bro, I was just moving fucking equipment in.
Oh, what pieces did we get?
Some Arsenal, a new hack and pendulum, and then we have like a lot of those weight racks like bumper plates, kettlebells, med balls. We got surprisingly, dude, those things are heavy as fuck.
What time did you get to work today,
Listen,
Caleb?
Today,
Yeah.
5:15.
And then you're
oh
still
my
there and
God.
you still are able to make it on the podcast. This is what I mean. This is what I mean by you guys work your asses off. Both of yous. Uh
Appreciate that. Caleb, you're the man, brother. You got to
bro.
do what you got to do. I love it.
Appreciate you guys. What we talking about? Where
Oh,
we at?
okay. So yeah, we were talking about meal
Perfect
timing, and
question.
it was perfect that you got on here because we had a quite we know that there's that scientific study where it says that you can't something about digesting
Oh
protein.
yeah, that's bullshit.
And
Yeah,
that's what okay, see
yeah.
that's what we just said too. But what is it? What is the it's like 30 to 40 grams of protein.
So forever they thought that's as much as you could utilize for your bioavailability at the time. And the thought process was like, oh, well, if your body can't utilize that for anabolism in the moment, then it's probably excreting it out, not being used for anything else. But if you think about adaptive physiology, it makes no fucking sense because if your body's going to store fat to keep you alive, if you take in these huge pulsations of leucine, amino acids, and protein all at once, why would it just excrete it all and waste it when it's a very anabolic and building block for every tissue in your
Protein
body?
synthesis.
So with the study, I have it saved on my phone, but they took, I forget how many individuals, but they fed some of them 25 grams of protein, some 50, and then some 100 per mil. And what they showed is with the 100 grams per mil, the anabolic effect, meaning like the anabolism in your body and the muscle protein synthesis, the process that your body uses to rebuild fascia and tissue after damaging from working out. With the 100 grams, it was a 12-hour elevation in your body's ability to utilize those nutrients versus the 25 was nowhere comparable.
See, that's exactly what you said. I love how you brought a study into it too, because it really brings it like it makes sense. But my next question is the anabolic window.
Yeah.
Do you believe in that? Do you believe that that's
I believe it to an extent. Like there's a certain susceptibility when you stress a system that it's going to be more vulnerable to and willing to use stuff in the moment
that's
because
protein, right? Protein
yeah,
synthesis.
yeah, for muscle protein synthesis, and then obviously like glucose and glycogen storage and stuff like that. So yeah, I believe that there is an anabolic window. The susceptibility isn't 30 fucking minutes. Last time I checked, which again I need to recheck. Last time I checked, the anabolic window per se is like 3 hours.
I was gonna say that's what we literally just said. I'm like, it doesn't really need to be 30 to 40 minutes. You could have the meal really any time after
Yeah.
you the tissues, the muscle fibers are still broken down for at least probably what 2 hours.
Yeah, I think it was 2.5 to 3 hours before that window starts to dwindle down. And it's not like all at once it stops, it just slowly titrates down after that point.
Yeah.
The article I brought up, the anabolic response to protein ingestion during recovery from exercise has no upper limit in magnitude of duration, vivo in humans. So that's not even a rat study, it's actual human study, which is hard to come by.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. See, yeah, so you pretty much so you believe the anabolic window, you believe in it to an extent.
An extent, yeah. I think your body's more susceptible to use nutrients when
Yeah.
right after a stress has occurred on a certain fascia, but I don't think it's like it's not going to exponentially increase your gains. You know what I mean? Like if you go
Exactly what we
and
said.
yeah, if you go to the gym, you gotta go straight to work and the window's closing or whatnot. Just get nutrients in when you can, and you'll be okay. Like, but if you're like a bodybuilder or something, it's just something to take into account when you're talking about the optimal format of how you're gonna take food in.
Perfect. Yep. Now one last thing we talked about, right, Brando, before, and then that's really pretty much all we hit is meal timing when it comes to waking up early. If you're
Yep.
hungry at night, right? I want to see what you would tell a client if they wake up early and they have their last meal around 7. Let's see if you say what we just said. What
What
if
time are they training?
they train around a normal time, like 5 o'clock ish? 7 will be their last meal, their post-workout meal. What would you
Okay, what time's their first meal?
They wake up at 6 a.m.
I mean, if their hunger cues aren't super like if they're not getting those hunger cues heavy in the morning, they probably have oh my gosh, a larger cortisol dump than most people when they wake up and that sunlight hits your optic nerve and that's when your body pulsates cortisol. And so I know a lot of people when they get that cortisol dump, they get kind of nauseous when they think about eating food. So I would say when you first wake up, drink a big glass of like water. If you want to throw a little Himalayan salt in it, do that. And then you can technically fast for like, I would say if you're waking up at 6, I would have your first meal. If you're eating way too early and going to bed hungry, push it to like 8:30 or 8 if you can. But try not to consume a shit ton of caffeine before that point, because obviously that's just going to suppress hunger even further.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would push your first feeding window back, which would prolong that last meal being at least 8:30 or 9. So then you're going to bed with the satiated and you'll sleep better probably too.
That's a really, really good idea as well. It wasn't because this is a client of mine, and
Yeah.
what I told him was like just you're able to have a snack at night, like a yogurt, like something
Yeah.
easily digestible. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
a yogurt, blueberry, and then cream of rice.
Yeah,
Uh,
just something like that.
so it was funny. He said, "What'd you say, Brendo?" He said, "Great advice."
I
I was
said great advice, and he was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, Brandon, good job." And I was like, he was like, "Nah, nah, not cream of rice, good advice."
Oh.
That's why I was laughing there. But that's pretty much what I told mine. So would you believe like in that and like the it's okay to get a little bit more protein in your diet than
Oh yeah.
okay, yeah.
The upper limits of protein before you have to worry about like like a renal stress and like people the reason people think high protein diets are bad for your kidney and your renal system is because when they take grafts of your kidneys after eating high protein, obviously your kidneys are filtering through more, right? So blood goes to that organ. So people just always thought, oh, if more blood's going to the organ, it's hurting it, it's hindering its ability to clear it, and then that's going to long-term effects cause issues with your kidneys, and it's fucking stupid. Your heart, when you work out, gets more fucking blood.
Mhm.
It's not a bad thing. You know
It's
what I mean?
that's why we do cardio for cardiovascular health.
Exactly. So yeah, like you could eat a lot more protein than what the average person does and still be okay. You just have to look out if you have limited renal availability, like if you have not the best kidney
Yeah.
history. Yeah. But yeah, if you're going to overeat anything at night, fucking protein. It's most satiating. It's going to provide you with more leucine for anabolism, muscle protein synthesis, and it will hold you over till the morning way better than any carbohydrate and some dietary
Even
fats.
veggies, because if you're eating veggies at night, that shit's just gonna sit in there like
Yep.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I wake up gassy if I eat a shit ton of vegetables before bed.
Exactly.
I think that's everybody.
And if you're single, you can get away with it, but none of us are, I don't
my
think.
prep was a brutal mess. It was brutal. Not mess, but whew, man.
Enough said. I got you,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. I thought one time I thought I was gonna fly out of bed. All right, meal timing. We got that underway. Let's go to favorite food, favorite tracking tool for fitness. Apple Watch, Whoop Band. I heard so much about this Whoop Band. Uh,
So
so much. And then Aura. I mean, I like the Apple Watch because a lot of people have it. You could have buddies. Yeah, you could have buddies like we could have competitions against each other and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I get to see a lot of my clients when they're done with their workouts and see how many calories they burn and stuff. So I like the Apple Watch.
I just thought it was interesting to kind of compare the three because I've had people ask me, especially because if you do have the Apple Watch, it's very easy to track your stats, easy to track a lot of things now. So, but
Yeah.
I've heard different things for both. I've heard the Whoop Band is a lot better, and correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what I've heard. I've heard Apple Watch probably the best for like exercise, fitness, day to day use. Whoop Band is more best for equip for like your sleep, your stress. Like if you want to track that, and the Aura, that's I think the Aura is just somebody if you don't want to wear like something on your wrist or something
The
because
ring. That's the ring, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's a
yeah,
ring. And one of my
Aura's the
clients has
ring.
it, and I
I'm
don't.
not a big I'm not big on that because like if I'm working out, you know what I mean? Like
I don't want to have a ring on. I wouldn't work out with a ring on. I mean, I don't think I would. Yeah, I don't think I would work out with a ring on because my hands would be sweaty. My grip might be a little messed up. So it'd be like the only time I would wear it, or and like when I'm eating or washing my hands, I'd have to take it off. I don't know, man. So I'm not cool with. I wouldn't do the ring, but I've heard great things about the Whoop Band and obviously the Apple Watch. So and
Well,
hey,
yeah.
we're offering an Apple Watch
yeah,
right
it's a
now to all the
giveaway.
Sick Fitness
So
clients
honestly,
doing a
the
little
Apple Watch
giveaway.
is the best. The Apple Watch is the best. This
but
month.
no,
I think they're all good. I think they're all good, but I just think it was good because I've had clients with all of them, so I thought it was good to just kind of let everybody know who's listening. If you are interested in tracking your stuff, all of them are good for a little bit different. Kind of just what you're looking for.
oh yeah, something cool about the Whoop Band too is it doesn't have like a screen like the
Apple Watch, so you don't get like notifications or anything.
Mhm.
so it minimizes like the amount of time you're looking at your stuff. You got to track your stuff, through
Your app on your phone,
I think we're
so that's
becoming
pretty.
Whoop people.
Huh?
I think we're becoming the Whoop people because I was gonna say another positive about the Whoop is that you don't have to wear like when you wear wrist wraps for benching and
Yeah.
stuff, and you have to take
Yes,
off your Apple Watch.
man. I
Yeah.
hate that.
The Whoop band you could put on any part of your arm.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, people wear it on their bicep.
So that's another positive about that one, honestly, because I hate taking my shit off because sometimes I want to know how many calories, like just for fun, how many calories I'm burning like during my workouts and stuff. So that's another plus about this Whoop
Yeah.
band. Maybe I'm gonna have to get this Whoop band.
It's a done deal.
It's a done deal. I'm headed to Best Buy.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna change the giveaway.
So
Nah, but all are good though.
Yeah.
yeah, whatever you're going to use consistently to track your metrics. The only thing I would say, and I don't know about Whoop because last time I looked this up, it was before that brand. It was right when that brand came out, but a lot of them are very inaccurate. So it's fine, but it's because it's consistent. So as long as you're doing things consistently, you'll get a metric, and then you can obviously increase or decrease based off what your goals are. But a lot of people are like, oh, from walking and working out today, I burned 1,200 calories. I'm eating that shit back. And I'm like, bro, they overestimate by 60% sometimes. So you could be in a fucking surplus if you try to make up all that shit. So use it for steps, use it for your lifestyle habits, use it for everything, like use it for all of that, but do not pay attention to the calorie burn to the point you start hyper focusing and thinking, if I burn more calories when I'm working out, I'm going to be better. Realistically, that's not the fucking goal when you work out.
Especially during a prep, because your prep, right? Your brain wants you try it makes you want to like have any excuse in the book to have something off plan. Like
Yeah.
any right. So like, oh well, I burnt like 1,000 extra calories today. I'm gonna have like 20, 30, 40 more grams of rice. That's not how it works.
Mhm.
That was great advice, Caleb. Use it as a way, especially if you're tracking your workouts. It track it to stay consistent because, like Caleb said, they
Are definitely inconsistent. Like
100%.
so they're definitely heightened. So if I were you, I would just use it for consistency, and it's still a very good way to push yourself. And it's still is tracking your results. It's just like Caleb said. I think it's definitely it's not harder to get more calories. It's easier to be burning more calories than
Yeah.
it is. You know what I mean? So I think it's more closer to further away than closer to the accurate score.
Yeah,
for sure.
any tool like that can be helpful, but if you rely upon it in the end, it's going to lead you down the wrong path. for sure.
Agreed. Okay, so we're all in agreement with the trackers. Oh, Caleb on the docks too. I love how you can see who's on it. Like Caleb Schrinkle.
Yeah. No, bro, I'll add a lot more. I got busy at work, but I
Oh no,
have
you're
like a lot
good.
of topics in my notes. I
We
just
actually
don't
have
want to copy and
a
paste
lot
them, jumping on the plate.
Yeah,
Huh?
we have a lot for today. We're good.
Okay, cool.
Next one though is this a no judgment podcast? Favorite cheat meal?
Oh, okay.
Because mine is like hardcore cheat. Like it's
Oh,
like
mine's basic shit.
me too. Mine's basic. What about you, Brendo? Is yours basic?
I think mine's basic. I just thought it would be a good thing to like.
What's everyone's favorite cheat meal? You know, like
Yeah, I
think
love
that'd
it.
be.
I love this one. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I go
I
first.
think we should break it.
Still my shit.
What
Yeah,
is?
okay, let's do it. Let's hold on. Let's do this. Let's do this though. Before we all go, I think it's important we have one regular cheat meal that we say, and then
Yeah.
one dessert slash candy that you can say that
Okay.
you would choose. You
Fair.
know, but you don't get a dessert and a candy. It's a dessert slash candy. You know.
Gotcha.
All right.
Got you.
So favorite cheat
Meal, Caleb, go. You can start it off.
Bro, sushi.
Oh,
Sushi.
that's a repeat. That's not even a. I wouldn't
Bro,
even.
no. Hear me
No,
out.
no. If you
Let
do
me
it right,
finish
if
my
you do it
sentence.
right,
Yeah,
All you can eat
sushi.
sushi.
Okay.
yeah, there you
With
go.
all the spicy mayo. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, bro. I like shit. What's that place, Brando in Soho? Soho sushi's pretty solid.
Really
Oh
good.
yeah, they got a bomb spot.
They got a bomb spot.
That's where I used to go every time. Every time I wanted.
I lived in
they
Tampa.
they got a good place. There's another place too.
I'll never remember the name, but that's a good one. You know, that's a classic. That's a classic cheat meal. So what's the dessert and candy though? I'm curious for this one.
All right, bro. Like if I have to narrow it down to one thing, I don't know why I've always loved turtles. So like every year, like it's the chocolate with pecans and caramel. You know?
Oh yeah. Chocolate pecans and caramel. The
Yeah.
yeah. It's like a pecan
turtles.
pecan pie.
Why'd you say it like that? Pecans?
Because you say
Bro, come on.
pecan and I say pecan.
Okay. All right. Agree to disagree. But okay, so there's turtle pie. My mom got it for me once when I was a kid for my birthday, and then every year I have that every year for my birthday. So it's either ice cream or like a cheesecake with the crust being like either a graham cracker or a chocolate coating, and then pecans crunched up real fine, caramel drizzle, chocolate drizzle.
That's awesome.
Now, would you rather have that every week till the day that you die, or the sushi every day till the day that you die?
Ooh, sushi,
Bro.
sushi.
Yeah.
That's an easy one.
Damn. Okay, so sushi, yeah, the sushi. That's literally what I would do. That's my number. Like, I wouldn't say it's my number one, but I would eat that till the day I die for sure. Brando, what about you?
No, you go. I want to hear yours, Robbie.
Mine's super basic. Is Burger King.
Oh,
Burger
that's
King every time.
Double
Burger fries,
Whopper, double Whopper with fries.
okay.
But then
Okay,
like
that's a classic.
I'll get crazy and we'll get sushi sometimes, and then like
They don't get crazy.
and then we mix it up, but like it's just always like, okay, are we gonna have Burger King, or are we gonna do something? Are we gonna go crazy?
Yeah.
But then the dessert crumble cookie.
Ooh,
What'd you
nice,
say?
man.
Crumble
Crumble cookie.
Oh, dude.
That's it.
That's good. I might have to head there.
Bro, I can't anymore.
podcast.
This is
After that 10K challenge, bro, I had 3 and I can't touch them anymore,
Bro,
man.
that's crazy. They're big, dude. I didn't know they were that big.
Bro, they're like 1,000 calories a pop, bro. I ate 3, put me 3K closer to 6K, baby.
I saw this guy on TikTok's like, because during my prep, I was like in the crumble cookie hole. So everybody rating crumble cookie, rating them, like every single fucking one. And then I saw this guy eat a whole crumble cookie and he goes, okay, I just ate this many calories. Now I'll go run and burn that same amount of calories. And he had to run for an hour and a half.
Yeah,
Hour to an
I
hour.
saw that.
That's crazy to think about.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool video.
That's a great one, Rob. I'm gonna switch it up on y'all. Mine's pretty basic too. And no, my drink does not count a dessert. But I'm going, and I think we may have talked about this, but I'm going Shake Shack for the cheat meal. I love
Okay.
Shake Shack. I'm a
Good
Shake
one.
Shack over Five Guys all day type of guy. So Shake Shack, and for the drink, I'm getting a chocolate milkshake. You know, that's my cheat meal right there. And sometimes I'll even do two burgers and a shake.
And
Like,
dip
and I'll go crazy.
them in the
Yeah,
milk.
I'll just go, yeah, I'll go crazy. But I will say that my favorite dessert, my favorite candy, man, it's probably got to be sour Skittles, Coke Slurpee combo at the movie theater. You know, I got the sour Skittles and the Coke Slurpee.
Oh,
That's probably my those are probably my
That's
two.
nostalgia, baby. That's nostalgia.
yeah. I feel like I just got diabetes after this podcast.
Yeah, no, one time, I kid you not, I left my house. I went to the movie theaters 188. I came home 195.
Damn.
My boy.
I got
My
some
boy.
work done there. I got like the pretzel bites. I got I was going crazy.
Oh, I love the movie theater popcorn too. That's like,
Oh, dude,
My
same.
stomach was jacked up though that night. I'll never forget, man. I was like, never again.
That's a lot of sugar and probably salt too, my man.
Yeah, man, it was terrible. I mean, it was planned. You know, it was planned. You know, I had like not like you a 10K challenge, but I was just eating like crap that day. I just was pushing pushing
that
it.
10K challenge, man. Now that I'm thinking about it, that is a lot. Like,
Dude, it was, bro. I had a client at like 6 a.m. that day. So they met me here at 7. We did our weight and went to Cracker Barrel. And I ate like 3,000. Then we did lunch at Culver's. I did like 2,500. And then at dinner we went to Cheesecake. And I got like the most calorie dense thing on the menu is like these nachos, and those were like 3,500. And I ate 3 cookies, and that put me there.
wait, is it?
Man, I would have been feeling so sick.
I feel like I'm such a fat ass that like I really don't think it would be too. Is it that different? If you're eating shitty food,
Yeah, bro, but that's the thing, bro. Your stomach's in knots from all like the high calorie shit. So by the time you have to eat again, it's like I don't want it.
yeah,
what-
we're done.
It's different. It's different, Rob. It's definitely different because you can't. The only way to get there is you
Shitty.
gotta indulge in that shitty food. You know, like, yeah, you can have some clean meals in there, but like, you know, eventually you're gonna have to throw some shit in there, man, to get those calories up.
Dude,
Yeah.
we were at Cheesecake Factory. It's like 8 p.m. and like me and the owner of Carbon's wife, Victoria, were sitting across from one another, and we kept looking up and both just looking at each other. I was like, I'm gonna fucking puke, man. My girlfriend was like scratching my back. I was like, babe, quit touching me. I'm sweating. I'm trying to hold this down. Please stop touching me, man.
Need to breathe.
Jesus.
Yeah, bro, that last meal almost fucking did me. I went home and just fucking laid there until I fell asleep. My stomach hurt so bad.
Yeah, man, it's that's the bad thing about when you eat it. It's the stomach. It's just like it feels so crazy.
Yeah.
It just feels so crazy.
Too, it looks like you're like about to have twins.
Yeah, distended as hell.
Yeah. All right, real quick. I think we have the sleeps. Do we have sleep? Do you want to add? Do you want to add this last one to next week?
Yeah, because that's
Yeah,
just a little bit longer one, and I'll add more on there too. My bad.
No, you're good. Yeah. So we'll do sleep for next week. How sleep is really important and
No,
what
I put optimize, and I'm an idiot and erased the wrong fucking thing.
you're good. Okay, how to optimize sleep. So we're gonna talk about sleep next week. The importance of sleep. This podcast was great. I think we hit a lot of important topics. So yeah, if you guys if there's everybody listening out there, like if you have anybody that is wondering about what we talked about today, definitely send them this podcast. Also, if you disagree with some of what we said, or you have more information that you want to relay, message us on our Instagrams or post the comments like me and Brando talked about earlier. We would love to hear some feedback. And yeah, again, like I said earlier, we will try to we're going to be making it every week, whether we have to change it every day or whatever. We're definitely going to try to make these podcasts every week now that the holidays are over. Do you guys have anything to send off?
Appreciate
great,
you.
Rob. Yeah, great pod today. I loved it.
Me too. All right, guys, we'll see you next week. And yeah, talk to you. Have a good night.
Appreciate y'all.
All right, bye.